Good morning, YouTube. This is Joey, the Gym Junkie, and today I'm going to the gym, and I'm going to be doing... I don't have any idea what the hell I'm doing. So on top of not being able to find my headphones, I'm driving on my way over to the drugstore to go buy another set of headphones. And I'm thinking to myself, as soon as I turn on my, damn you, pre-grow. Damn you, pre-grow. I feel like if I say damn you, pre-grow, the burps will go away because they always come around when I'm recording. But anyway, so I'm wearing these sweatpants and I'm turning on the air just to kind of circulate some air. I'm like, man, my legs are pretty cold. Why the hell are they cold? And I look down, I'm like, man, they feel damp. I was such in a hurry, I put on the same sweatpants that I did leg day yesterday. Everyone loves big sweaty sweatpants. Be a warrior. I want to be a warrior.
The first exercise we're going to get into is the flat bench. I enjoy doing 5 sets. It's worked for me. It's what's been allowing me to grow, increase my bench a lot just in the last month and a half. So I've got enough direct messages asking me, hey, what kind of tips do you have, or what have you done to increase your bench recently? I went from 275 back up to 325. So one of the things I like to use is I literally like to figure out what's about 60% of my max rate, 70% of my max rate, and I play around with those numbers, and I really just work on striving to get as much reps out as possible. 225 is that number. So as my 225 started increasing from 10 reps, 11 reps, 12 reps, 13 reps, I was able to set my PR here at 14 reps. And this has contributed to me being able to go back and max out around 325. So one of the variations I do when I do incline press is, you notice I've adjusted the bench a little bit lower. I like to play around at a different degree than most. I feel like the higher I go, the more my front delts I use, and eliminates my chest being used as much, which doesn't help, transferring over to my flat bench. Now, if you were to ask me, hey, what's your favorite exercise in doing bench? Mine is always going to be incline press. And it's not that it's the strongest muscle or exercise that I have. It's just the one that's allowed me to get more development in my shoulders, in my chest, in my triceps. So I play around with the superset where I change around with my grip. You'll notice that my palms are facing towards in. And then I actually start with them doing like a press motion, then I switch them in. So I get a little bit of supination and change the amount of contraction in my chest. And then from here I step right into my max PR, and I was really excited to do this. I typically stay around 100, but I just felt really strong today. And then here I am. I went ahead and threw the 110s on, and I had no idea about that little nugget on the outside of the weights. And it drove into my knee pretty good having them sit on there. So I don't know if you see them right there. Yeah, nice little bruise. You might have seen me talk about weighted dips. I wanted to take it up a notch. So it was my first time having 90 pounds hanging from my waist. And I was actually, it was a little uncomfortable because I didn't know how far to go down. So I went down till like my arms broke the plane of being parallel. And I was able to squeeze out, I believe 7 or 8. So that was really exciting for me. I believe that dips are going to have a huge factor in the development of your pecs, inner and outer, as well as helping your lockout with your triceps. At this point, the outside of my chest is pretty destroyed, but I went ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to throw in some cable flies in there. The difference between doing a crossover and a fly is if my chest is in a good, I should say it's in a good shape and not as destroyed, then I'll actually do crossovers. But the fact that I'm already fatiguing at this point, I do flies. And if you're asking me, well, what's the difference? Crossovers are actually going to cross the planes of your hands. That way you're going to get a lot more stimulation on the upper inner side of your pec, versus flies is going to help really the outside of your pec. Now at this point in time, I'm trying to figure out things I can do to get full fatigue, tire out both the fast twitching muscles and the slow twitching muscles. So I throw in these explosive push-ups where I basically do a clap. And for me, I felt like that not only did they help me continue my pump, but they helped me to get better development on the whole part of my pec. At this point in time, I'm like, okay, I still have a little bit more left. I'm going to play around with some negatives, using some crazy hypertrophy, increase the volume, increase the blood flow, stimulate different parts of the pecs, and I just want to walk away from this chest day knowing that I have nothing left in the tank. So as you see me right now, I'm actually doing a full press. And then I'm allowing the negative to kind of do any of the final teardown that hasn't already been done. And then as soon as I finish doing these negative style presses, you're going to see me go to partials. The first half of the partial, I'm going to start from 100% pushed out and then do these short bursts. And then as soon as I feel like the point where I can't do another one, you're going to see me drop the weight down to the beginning portion and pushing halfway into the motion. This way I can stimulate all forms and all sides of the pec. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. I was really excited about putting this chest development out there. Enjoy.
I haven't done this in a long time, but I wanted to go ahead and do a pay it forward moment. This is a moment where I go back and I look at the people that I've been able to, either new people I've met or people that have just gone above and beyond in sharing the content, even comments, and just being an incredible part of this community. So one of the ones I have not given a shout out to that I should have, because he's been a long time subscriber and always interact. So a big shout out to John Augustenberg. Hope I didn't destroy your name. I'll make sure I put his link below. If you haven't checked out his channel, go over. He's another fitness YouTuber. And I interact with him all the time. He's really cool. You know, I haven't ever given this guy a shout out, but I've been talking to him since day one. I didn't believe it's Quang Tran, or it's Quan Tran or Quang Tran. But if you guys have not seen his channel, super nice guy. Super nice guy. You have to go. Odds are you already are subscribing to him, and you may have found me from him. An amazing guy who interacts all the time, says more than just a few words, shares your stuff. He's just an amazing. He makes this experience so much more enjoyable. So those are my two pay it forward. I really appreciate all the work and all the liking and all the comment and all the sharing you guys do. This is Joey the Gym Junkie, and I can't wait till the next Critical Shock. I'll see you later. And I'm out!